what amazing prizes. Tell us who you are, which hotel you're representing, and remind us of that prize again, because I think we're all wanting to take advantage of that.
Absolutely. Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon. It's the start of the day for me. My name is Nancy Hendricks. I'm the Key Account Sales Manager for Sonesta Resort Sint Maarten. We have two of our all-inclusive resorts there, which is the Sonesta Maho Beach Resort, Casino and Spa. I will be just referring to it as Maho to make it short. And we have also our Sonesta Ocean Point. Both resorts, and our gift certificate for the winner is going to be a 3-night stay at Mahou for 2
Wow. Okay, perfect. And Nancy, a little bird tells me you also do some amazing rewards for agents as well.
Absolutely. So we are pretty new to the agent rewards program, which we've been really pushing. So we're so happy that it's finally there, that it's up and running. So if you haven't registered yet, definitely go for it and make sure you can make that extra cash from now on. We have it with a $20 reward for Maho and $30 reward for Ocean Point. So register, log all of your qualifying bookings, and make sure to get the program rolling. We're very, very excited to be part of this finally.
Super. And that's mymahorewards.com, but we'll put it into the chat in a moment. Okay, Nancy, tell us more about your hotel. The webinar is all yours. Over to you.
There we go. Let me see if we can get our screen shared and get a head start. Sylvie, can just let me know that we are up and running. You will see that first slide with my picture, but that's not what we're going to be looking at. So let's just get this rolling. This is the one and the views that I wanted to share with you. So just a little bit about our location to get you situated there. The beautiful island of Sint Maarten, as you well know, we have a lot of European influence there. We are half Dutch, half French, and Sonesta Resort Sint Maarten is located on the southwest side of the island, which is the Dutch side. So the Dutch side, typically known as the more active side of the island, meaning it's great for shopping. You have some nightlife going on. The casinos are also on the Dutch side, and the French side is typically a little bit more laid back. Definitely worth it to explore the whole island. It is a small island. It's very easy to get around, and you will just see a sign on the side of the road, which will show you you're now entering the Dutch territory, you're now entering the French territory. That's as easy as it gets. No more passport control once you're on the island. 37 beaches all around, so definitely worth it to go around and check everything out. So going back to our location, we are right by the Princess Juliana International Airport. That is the famous airport. I'm sure you've seen images there, and that's the beach that you see in the back end there, where people are standing in the water, waving at the overflying planes. And that is the very famous one. So needless to say, plane spotting is a very, very popular activity when you're staying with us. So gorgeous views all over there. Now, for those of you who haven't been on island for a while, or who have never been, I would always like to kind of show you where our properties are located, how close they are to each other. Because as I mentioned in my introduction, we have two all-inclusives, and there's literally something for everybody. We like to call it a destination within a destination, just because there's a right fit for every client you may have visiting us. So the taller white building, let me see if my arrow can show you this, to the right-hand side, that is Sonesta Maho Beach Resort, Casino and Spa, a mouthful, so we just go with the Maho. This is our fit for the whole family. There's something for everyone there. It's a 10-story building with 420 rooms altogether. And as I mentioned, all inclusive, of course. We're located in the Maho village. So the Maho village is literally like a small village. It's great to go out and just walk out of the lobby and you're right there. You can enjoy some shopping there. You have some restaurants, and actually two of our a la carte restaurants, they are located in the Maho village. So really great because your guests can just walk out of the hotel, be in the village, and still make use of their all-inclusive. It doesn't really get any better than that. And then to the left-hand side, we have our 5-star property, which is adults only, Sonesta Ocean Point. And that is 130 ocean view suite property. Really great, as you can see. Everything's facing the ocean, and that's definitely something you will hear me mention quite a lot because it's such a huge selling point. As you can see, both resorts are located or built along the ocean, and contrary to a lot of other properties in other destinations where there's a lot of walking distance, that's not something you have to deal with when you're staying with us. Literally, it's a minute walk between the lobby, the pool, the beach area, your room. So very, very easy for everybody to get around. And wherever you're seated and having a drink, enjoying your lunch or your dinner, you will be enjoying these gorgeous ocean views. So definitely two very, very important points that I always like to mention here. To the left, and we will get some better views of this, is one of our exclusive restaurants to Sonesta Ocean Point, and that one is called Azul. It's built on a cliff, and the views there, must I say, it's almost a 360-degree views over the ocean all around. It's amazing. You will see some other slides on that that will really make you mouth-watering to get there and take a look. So talking about these views, this is one of our restaurants. Everything is really based on being outside, enjoying the outdoors, enjoy the Caribbean temperatures. And of course, again, these views there with the sunset make it really so special. This is one of our bars. It's specifically one that is located at Sonesta Ocean Point. The rooftop sunset bar, great for a drink and enjoying that beautiful sunset with some live music there and a good cocktail, of course, enjoying the Caribbean weather again. Now let's take a deeper look at Sonesta Maho Beach Resort. As I showed you a little bit in the distance before, here got a closer look to our family-friendly resort. Literally something for everybody there. All ages, couples, families. We do also have all the setups for groups, for weddings, whether it's an indoors venue, an outdoors venue, we can definitely host that. So whatever specific requirement you may have, you can always reach out and we will make sure to accommodate those. As I mentioned, family friendly, so kids obviously are very, very welcome. We have the teen zone. We have also the kids club where you can see here to the left-hand side. And just going through some other images here, you will see also some aqua slides, a little aqua park. We have there the kids pool. We organize a weekly barbecue on the beach. So dinner under the stars with live music, with a little souvenir market from the local vendor. And that makes it always so pretty to really enjoy that Caribbean vibe. Weddings, we're a great destination for weddings, of course, outdoors venues. I mean, what better spot to give your word, whether it's a renewal, a vow renewal, or the actual event. We're open to everything to help out. We have a great spa as well with a full menu there. The gym can never lack. We do have the gym, we have a tour desk. So there's really a whole setup, a whole structure going on there to have your clients really enjoy their vacation from the beginning till the end. Now, the famous plane spotting, I talked about that. And I do want to point out just, it's not a New York airport. It's not a main airport. So of course, the hours are very, very limited. So while it is a very nice and unique experience, it's not something that becomes bothersome because it's only a couple of times a day, as you may well understand. Sint Maarten is a small island, so not to worry about any noise about it or that is going on all the time. That is definitely not the case. I do want to point out in the past years, obviously, several events have been going on in the world and also in Sint Maarten. So we did a full rebuild back in 2018. So we do have two brand new properties, which you will see also in the pictures of the rooms with the decoration. We used to be the flowery tropical style, and that has all changed over the years. In case you have been on island a while back, definitely time to go back and, you know, just freshen up your memories. It's always great for everybody to visit and have the in-person experience, and you will see definitely all of the differences going on there. We're high on culinary, of course. We do have 5 restaurants, all inclusive, right there at the Maho, 2 of them located in the Maho village, as I mentioned before. And something I wanted to mention there as well is we have our Maho Cafe, and that is located in the lobby at Maho Beach. And it's a great spot just to have your morning coffee in case you're an early riser before you and get with the rest of the family for the full breakfast. Or if you're hopping out on an excursion, you can just grab a muffin, a piece of fruit, your coffee or your tea to go. And the same thing if you're heading out to the airport and you don't have time anymore for a full lunch, you can just grab that and get going. It's my favorite spot, to be honest. It works at any time of the day to get a great set of coffee there. Going to the rooms, as I mentioned, we do have that modern and sleek look, which you expect nowadays from visiting resorts. So that's also what you will have with us. Most of our room categories are really the same size. They're very spacious, and the decoration is, as you can see, are very similar as well. We really differentiate our room categories based on the views. So of course, on the lower floors, you will have those garden views, the island views as well. When you go higher up, you get those pool views. And then the highest up, of course, you're going to get beautiful, beautiful ocean views. And then our 2 highest floors, floor 9 and 10, we have a little bit of higher or I should say spacier rooms, which are the Deluxe suites and the Loft suites. But mainly all of the other room categories are the same size. We have the double bedding and also the king size bedding. We have now separated the room categories for that. So very easy. If you book your clients right up front in a king or in double bed, that's exactly what they're going to get. So that's a change we made over the last year. In case you were not familiar with that yet, you do have that option now, which I think is definitely very, very helpful. And just taking a closer look again at the room decoration, a few things that I do like to point out. You will see that screen here, which is so popular these days between the bathroom and the rest of the room. Some have the open ones or the screened ones. This one is a screen, and we do have a flip switch. So you can just switch it to transparent or not, depending who you're traveling with. So that's just a little tip I'm giving you in case that question comes up. What I also love, and we already had that in place actually at an earlier stage, that is our keyless room entry. I mean, for me, nothing bothers me more than trying to find my little key cards in my beach bag when you come from a full day of beach and you're dying to get a shower there. So nothing to worry about that. You have your all-inclusive bracelet with a little sensor in it. You just hold your hand in front of the door and there you go. Your door opens. It doesn't get any easier than that. And especially in these times, we don't want to, make all these touchy things. So we avoid it with that. We do have across the street from the Maho, our casino Royale. It's literally the biggest casino in the whole area. It's open to the public as well. And we also have a nice theater. You can see there all the beautiful dancers. So we have a carnival show, which is very popular, which starts in the streets of Maho village and it finishes right there at the theater. So for those who like to have their game on in the gambling, they can definitely have their fun at the casino. We also have a small area for that in the Maho lobby directly. And that brings us to our little gem, which is Sonesta Ocean Point. You have seen how close it is. It's literally adjacent to Maho Beach, so very easy to combine. I'll talk about that a little bit more in a minute. Definitely want you to enjoy these gorgeous views. So let me just explain you what we're looking at there. Azul is our exclusive restaurant to Sonesta Ocean Point for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It is not a buffet, it's a la carte, and the menu changes every day. It's a very high-end culinary experience. People absolutely love it. While you do have access to Maho when you're staying at Ocean Point, we usually see that people stick to the options at Ocean Point just because they enjoy the privacy and the culinary experience so much there. We do have a new option, and that is on the rooftop part of Azul. It's called Bluefin, a whole new culinary concept that we've just started there. And we offer light bites in the afternoon there, and also poke bowl style food for dinner. So definitely a must to try out once you go on island, because this is totally new. So when I just mentioned you do have access to Maho, we call that a stay at one, play at two. When you're staying at Ocean Point, you can experience all of the amenities and enjoy all of the amenities at Maho Beach. And that's actually a great combination for your families or groups of friends traveling together, depending on their price point, on their budget, if they're traveling with kids or not, they can kind of mix and match there. You know, those who want to stay at Ocean Point, perfect. The ones at Maho will stay at Maho. There's a lot of areas where they can dine together, where they can have a drink together, chat together before each one, you know, goes back to their own privacy of their resort. So that's a great match for everybody when traveling together and just working that out. This little roundabout which you see is literally what separates Maho from Sonesta Ocean Point. So it's very, very easy. Again, hardly any walking distance, and the views are there. Beautiful waters. Let's take a look at Sonesta Ocean Point amenities here. We have 3 pools altogether. We are seeing 2 of them right here. To the left is our point pool. That is also where we do have some light activities. When I say light, we keep it always very soft at Ocean Point. We do more Zen-like style, Pilates, yoga, or just nothing, you know, that kind of style. For those looking for some more activities, volleyball, aqua, they can just have their fun and hop over to Maho. All the options are there. To the right, we have our edge pool, and that one is the one that you've seen in an earlier slide between Azul and our sunset suites. These suites are located with gorgeous views of the sunset and of Azul directly. And we will see some more of that as well. When I mention not doing anything, this is the perfect spot for that. We have some hammocks laid out. We have a Zen Buddha garden for those who like to meditate, read a book. You can literally find the right spot for all of your activities or none of your activities that you're planning. If you look carefully in this slide, I'm not sure how visible it is to you, but you will see on very clear days like these, and most of them actually, to be honest, you will see the islands that are surrounding Sint Maarten. And that's another very popular activity. When you actually get to visit there, make the most of it. There's beautiful islands around that you can access by ferry, by small planes, and you can see literally how close they are. So that's really great to just make the most of your visit and visit even more cultures than what you find already on Sint Maarten. This is our 3rd pool, and those are the swim out suites giving out to this beautiful pool. In the back of this pool, you see also our point pool, which we've seen before, and then the ocean. So it's literally water, water, and more water. These beautiful turquoise waters. I can't wait to be back again. Looking a little bit closer at the room categories that we have at Ocean Point. And of course, there, as it's based on adults only, we will mainly have couples. And that's why the maximum occupancy is mainly 2 people per room. All of the 130 suites are ocean view suites, very important to note. The lead category is the junior suite, and we only have 9 of them, which are prepared with double bedding. So they can go up to a triple actually, which is the only one again. And all other room categories will be prepared with a king size bed, whether it's the Deluxe junior suite, the swim out, Deluxe, you will see again, very, very similar decoration, very modern. It's imported Italian furniture, very delicate, very nicely done, as you can see here as well. The views are hard to beat. And then in the higher room categories, we have some extra special service for those of your guests who like that kind of service. Very pampering. Our butler service, they take care of everybody's needs really during the stay and already before getting to your destination. They will be already in touch with you just to set your expectations, see what you're looking for and what they can offer, and they will make it all work wonderfully during your stay. So Butler Suites are very, very popular, great for you to upsell also that room category, and people absolutely love it. So these are the room categories where we offer the Butler Suites. Inventory is pretty limited on those, so some of those will have to be on request as we only have a few of them. So yeah, definitely take a closer look at those when you have clients looking for something a little bit more upscale. They will definitely very much appreciate that experience. And of course, with all the indulging, all the culinary experiences, we have to remain a little bit in a rhythm there. If your active, fit guests want to keep on going with that, they can definitely do that out of this beautiful fitness room. We do have a personal trainer on site as well available. And again, from where you're suffering on your machine, you will still see the gorgeous ocean views right there. Here is a quick slide of all three pools together at Sonesta Ocean Point. So a lot of nice little areas to relax and enjoy all the good drinks that we have there, and a beautiful vacation. And of course, how else can we finish than by showing you again our beautiful Azul and our new culinary concept Bluefin right there on top of it, the indoors areas as well. People absolutely love it. If you go onto our social media, you will all the time see everybody posting these pictures. So that's what we wanted to show you as well. And that's it from me for now for our presentation on Sonesta Sint Maarten. I hope it's been helpful for you to just get you in that Caribbean mood. I know it's been very easy to sell some other destinations where access has been maybe easier through all these times, but definitely people are looking forward again to visiting also the smaller islands. Everything is getting easier these days. So we are definitely, yeah, totally open to welcome everybody back who is ready to travel and enjoying everything Caribbean again. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Nancy. We do have a couple of questions for you, if that's okay. So Shamoon has asked, is the Sonesta Ocean Point swimmable?
Sorry, can you repeat?
Yeah, is the Sonesta Ocean Point swimmable? Can you swim in the sea?
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Yes. And actually, I did not point out, we also have a small gazebo right there, like, yeah, just before this slide, actually, a little gazebo for very private massages right by the ocean as well. So I hadn't pointed that out, but yes, absolutely swimmable, all of the areas. It's beautiful. You can also walk straight from our resorts to the next bay. Actually, I mentioned there's 37 beaches all around the island. Some are very private, meaning there's literally virgin, I should say, there's literally nothing. Others, there's like some restaurants and some hotels around, so they're all very different. So that's why I always say, like, just go around and see, depending on you know what type of beach is goes of your preference. So the next one around is just a 7-minute walk, and that's called the Mullet Beach in Mullet Bay. Very famous beach as well.
Super, thank you. Can the superior rooms be over the gardens, or are they going to potentially have no view?
Yes, so they will have either the island view or the garden views, but you will always see a little bit of ocean because everything is right there. As you've seen, it's so close by. So you will always, we just don't like to call it a pool view if you don't have an actual pool view and are on that height. Okay, super.
Willie has asked, is there an email or phone contact number for you?
Yes, absolutely. Do you want me to put that in the chat?
Yeah, please.
Probably. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll put it in a minute there.
That would be good, but we'll do a follow-up email anyway with your contact details, so you can even send an email out.
Yes, absolutely. And I'm available on WhatsApp in case you use WhatsApp. I'm based in the US, so obviously no need to make international calls. So WhatsApp works, email works, obviously. I'm always pretty fast to follow up, unless I'm traveling. For example, next week I'll be on the road, but I'll still be catching up a lot and very fast. Obviously, take into account the time difference, so there may be a slight delay due to that. That's the only thing. But yeah, otherwise, I'm trying to always be very fast to get back to everybody. Absolutely.
Brilliant. And we've also got Sylvie. Sylvie, I know you was having internet problems earlier, but are you there at the moment? Because I know you represent France. So if we've got any French agents on,
yeah,
here she is.
yes, of course.
Hello. So you're available. You look after France, don't you? Is it just France, or is it
France
Europe?
and Benelux also, and Netherlands also.
Okay. So you're the contact.
Absolutely.
Super. And we've also got a team at AMG, which will be Jade. She's available for the UK market as well. So that's I'll send all the contact details out, so you've got everybody that you can reach if you've got any questions whatsoever. So we've got different time zones completely covered.
Yes, exactly. Whoever is awake first, right? We'll get
exactly. Brenda's asked, do both resorts share the same gym?
They do not. So on the third level of Maho, we have the gym for the Maho guests with the spa right next to it. And then Ocean Point has the bigger gym, which was just in our almost last slide there. Yeah, so Super. 2 different gyms. Yes.
Would you recommend getting a rental car?
Absolutely, yes. It's very safe and it's very easy to drive on Sint Maarten. It's a very small island and definitely worth it to go around or even hop on a local bus, whatever works best, unless you want to go on an excursion organized by a guide, of course. But the option to rent a car, even if it's for one day, yes, absolutely very interesting to do.
Super. Judy's asked as well on chat, do you have any separate restaurants for adult only?
So for adult only, Sonesta Ocean Point, we have Azul for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Then we have Bluefin, which is the newest one for light bites in the afternoon and dinner. We also have a Italian-oriented restaurant right there at Ocean Point. Plus, when you're staying at Ocean Point, you also have access to all of the restaurant at Maho, not the other way around. So that's very important. When you're staying at Mahou, you do not have access to anything at Ocean Point. We want to maintain the privacy and just a quiet experience at Ocean Point. That's very, very important to us.
Okay, so that's the next question from Celine. Do you offer exchange programs between both hotels? So the answer is yes, if you stayed at Ocean Point, but if you stayed at Mahou, you stay in Mahou.
Absolutely, yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Willie's asked as well, is there a Canadian contact or do you look after the Canadian market as well?
That would be for me as well, yes. US, Caribbean, and Canadian. That's all on me.
Excellent. Do you get to travel to explore these places and obviously meet everybody?
I do, yes. I have started back a while ago. So I was on the road quite a bit until last month. I had a little break over Easter and I'm hitting the road again next week. So thankfully, a lot of in-person events. So yes, absolutely. If anybody has something or you have a Zoom or anything you want to do or in person, if I'm in the area or you're in the area, I'm open to all of that.
Super. Thank you. Okay. Do you have resort tax that's payable?
Everything is included in the rate already.
Okay, so no additional charges when they...
No additional charges. The only thing, the only charge I can mention is the parking. If you do rent a car and you want, you need parking space, there's a $5 charge per day for that.
Okay, no problem. What document do you need to access the casino?
No real document. Obviously it's 18 plus. So yeah, if there is a doubt on the age, then however, if they're accompanied by adults, if it's to go to the theater, that is fine to go see the show.
Okay, super.
That works.
Lynn's asked, is it possible to get married from Sonesta Ocean Point Resort? There's just the two of them and no guests.
Yes, absolutely. We have our wedding specialist that I can put you in touch with, and she will be able to give you all the options there, see exactly what they're looking for, and work that out. There's a lot of pre-event communication, obviously, to set everything up. And then that person is in resort directly to guide them through the whole process. Yes, we're very, very big on that.
Super. Rachel's also asked, is it possible to get over to St. Bart's by boat?
Yep. There's a lot of different islands, obviously, through what we're going through now. Every island has its own restrictions. So that's something you would have to look into. What are the requirements currently? Because everything is a little bit different than Sint Maarten, obviously. Some are British, others are American islands. So yeah, everybody has their specifics.
Okay, super. Nancy's asked a question, is Maho accessible? I'm presuming she means as in wheelchair friendly. If you mean something else, Nancy, drop us a message in chat.
Yeah, if it's wheelchair accessible, it definitely is. Both of them. We do have also a couple of room on each side that are wheelchair accessible and basically prepared for, for specific needs there. So yes.
Brilliant. Okay, it's good to know. And how often is the show at the casino?
There's 3 main shows during the week, but then we have also other types of entertainment going on at the resort itself. And for example, the weekly barbecue, we have live music going on there with lots of entertainment. So there's always something to do. I definitely recommend, you can always have your clients download the app. We have the Sonesta Sint Maarten app, and you will find a lot of information there on dining, on entertainment. It's actually being expanded now, so we do have more options to upload more items on there, and that's really great to recommend the guests, really, so they can kind of get very excited and read already through that. I mean, everything's mobile these days, right? So it's very easy to have it just on your phone and just look like, oh, what's the entertainment program for this week? So it gets updated all the time. So that's definitely a very good one that I would definitely recommend.
Super. When were both properties last renovated?
2018, fully rebuilt. You may have heard about a pretty bad hurricane that took place back in those days that wiped away quite a lot. So that's why I mentioned also, if you have been on island before, or we still do get a lot of questions like, hey, is everything back up and running? It is. Thankfully, we've had a lot of time. We were back and running, up and running, actually, by the first ones on the island. The airport still has a small section that is not opened yet, but they're actually announcing now the official reopening of the full airport. So it has taken quite a bit. It's a small island, everything goes on island time, but we were up and running right away with both properties, brand new. So that's the silver lining to the cloud, as I always call it, because being operational the whole year round, you can only do as many renovations, right? It's hard. You cannot do a full rebuild. So that obviously took care of that.
Brilliant. And Sharon's just asked in chat, can you arrange private transfers to the cruise port?
We don't take care of transfers directly. It is not very far, but we do know a lot of people, obviously, with cruises sailing out or passing by, that the option is there to do a pre-cruise stay, a post. We don't do the transfers directly ourselves, but I'm sure, it can definitely be set up with the package.
I'm sure maybe if we email the concierge at the hotel, maybe they'd be able to arrange it.
That could be a possibility. Oh yeah, or they can just set up a regular taxi or get in touch with a local transportation company. Yeah, that could work. Yes, absolutely.
Super. Lisa Marie's just asked, if it's just 2 adults staying at the Maho, is there an adult-only dining option at the hotel?
There is not, unfortunately. No.
So upgrade them to Ocean Point.
Yes, they would have to stay at Ocean Point. That's a very good motivation. And again, yeah, we try to be very private about Ocean Point just because the setup is so unique. So we really try to maintain it that private for everybody staying there. Also, through the protocols, which we're very high on, I mean, just to give you a heads up there, the staff is still wearing masks. It's optional for our guests, but we still keep, you know, all the sanitary protocols going on, of course. And we are seating preferable as 6, but maximum 8 people, 8 persons per table. So we still keep going with that. So again, that just makes it that just keeps it a little bit limited, and how also we usually run at very high capacity at Ocean Point, so we don't want to bring in additional guests due to that. Yeah.
Okay, super. I've got a question for you actually. What would be one iconic thing that you would suggest to do at the hotels? Like how would you spend your perfect day? Like what should we tell our clients never to miss at the hotel?
I'm a sports fan, so whether it's going to the gym early and just enjoy that private moment, followed by some meditation in the Buddha garden, it's just so magical. I would definitely also recommend the massage by the ocean. That's something you never get to do at home. So it's, again, one of these unique moments that you definitely want to do while on vacation. And just having that breathtaking environment, that's definitely something you wanted to do. For dinner, if you're not staying at Ocean Point or you want to switch it up, I love the Palms Grill. At the Palms Grill, we offer lava stone dinners. So you basically get your little rock, and that's where you're going to cook your food on. It's very healthy. You get your dish with several pieces of meat, chicken, fish, and vegetables, obviously, and you get to cook your own meal on your lava rock, on your lava stone. So that is something very, very special. And I definitely recommend that for everybody to do. Yeah. And then of course,
I would imagine sundowners. I would imagine sundowners would be pretty impressive. I would imagine you'll get some pretty impressive sunsets as well.
It is. And we have some amazing yoga sessions. We have the girls do an excellent job there in the morning for the early risers, just to get your day going and enjoy the rest of the day. The sun, yes, the outdoors really. We've been sitting inside for so long, so we want to be outside and just get all that vitamin D, soak it up for the rest of the year. Yeah.
You see, the sundowners normally consist of a cocktail or a glass of champagne as the sun's starting to set, watching the sunset. So that's normally my favorite part of the day.
You see, I'm more of the early person, you're more of the later person, so you focus on that part.
So you're more of the activities and the healthy lifestyle. I'm more of the let's drink some rum and have a great time.
See, there's something for everybody.
Exactly. I think we've just got 2 more questions that have come up. Is smoking permitted at the hotels?
There's areas in the outdoors only, of course, where you can smoke. Yes. Just, specific areas. Yes.
Super. And Neil, it's not got a question, it's just a statement. It said, I love the Lava Rock cooking dinner experience. So you've got a fan of that one as well.
Yes.
So that looks like that's the end of all of your questions. Sorry, we have asked you quite a lot today. I'm
really happy. I'm excited that there's so many questions. That means that everybody was paying attention and there's a lot of interest, right?
Exactly. I do have to pass my apologies on behalf of Rendezvous as well. They are unable to make the webinar today, which is why we've been pleasured to have a lot longer with Nancy. And it's been great because it's really given us the edge of the hotel and being able to get to the nitty-gritty of what the hotel's all about and the 2 different concepts. So thank you, Nancy. And it is good to hear lots and lots of questions. So now we're going to see if you've all been listening. So Nancy, I believe you've got a little question for me, but before you ask the question, if everybody can make sure that they go to chat and make sure that the drop down says everybody. And Nancy, if you can ask the question. So this is going to get one person 10 additional entries into the spin to win that I will announce hopefully tonight, if not Friday. So Nancy, fire away with a question.
Okay, here we go. Let's see if you paid attention. What is the name of our newest culinary concept where we are offering light bites in the afternoon and poke bowl style dinner? And it looks like a lot of people have been listening and answers are flowing in.
Okay, so the first answer we had was from Judy and it was the bluefin. Is that the correct answer?
That is indeed the correct answer.
Wow, okay, so let me write Judy.
Congratulations, Judy, and everybody else who
Judy.
had that right. Thank you for
Yep.
paying so much attention to it.
We've got a lot of correct answers. So yeah, so everybody was listening very, very carefully. So brilliant. So we'll do the spin to win. Judy, fingers crossed, because you really have got a much, much stronger chance than everybody else on the webinar. So I don't think we do have any more questions. I hope you've all enjoyed today. Again, apologies for rendezvous not being able to make it, but for me, it's been fantastic to really get to grips with my Maho rewards and the 2 fantastic hotels that go with it. And it's the first time you've been on one of our webinars, isn't it, Nancy? So it's been a pleasure to have you here. So
yes, and I'm really happy. And I want to say again, make sure to register and log all your qualifying bookings. Get it going, get it rolling.
Excellent, good stuff. Well, thank you once again, Nancy. Thank you to all the trade that are here. The hotels are trade friendly. We do want to work with you. So any questions, reach out to them and I'll send a follow-up of the recording as soon as I possibly can. So take care, everybody, and we will see you all next week. Thank you, Nancy.
Thank you. And thank you, everybody, for your support through all the years. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.
Bye, everybody. Oh, good. Thanks, Nancy.